Humor's always been a big part of my life. I've always that person, group of friends to always make people laugh, and I've always really liked writing comedy, so I decided it would be a fun thing to take.
Because I really like writing, and I really enjoy shows like 30 Rock and Parks and Rec, and I thought, well, maybe I could learn to write like they write.
I'm really interested in writing a screenplay at some point, and I love comedies, and I want the screenplay to be a good mix of comedy and drama, and so I thought this would be a good class for that.
I actually was really scared to take the class because I'm not a writer, like, at all. But then it sounded really fun, and I was like, well, maybe I can do it. And so I took it, and I ended up loving it. It's like one of my favorite classes that I've taken.
I really like writing, but I've never done comedy specifically. I've always done dramatic stuff. So I really wanted to learn how to do comedy in a professional setting.
I really love comedy, and I just want to know everything about it and expand it, and there's so much to learn.
There was no way that you could see a class like this and not sign up, I feel like, because, I mean, comedy is awesome.
It really is the most interesting class I've ever seen offered. And so when I saw it, I said, absolutely yes, I'm taking this class, and I did not miss my opportunity to register. Here I am, and I'm so glad I did. It's been a great experience.
I signed up to take this class because I'm a creative writing major, and I really enjoy comedy, so I figured it would pair well with what I'm studying, and it turned out to do just that.
When I came to DU, I knew I wanted to do something with theater and comedy, but I didn't really know. And when I heard sketch writing, it just kind of made sense and all came together, so it was just a perfect choice.
Well, I had no idea what to expect, but on the very first day when Mike was describing the course load and everything that we'd be doing, I just remember I had this huge grin on my face. I was just smiling the whole time because I was so excited. But yeah, it's so cool. I've never written sketches. I was always really afraid to write sketches, but now I'm so comfortable with it, and I've absolutely gained a new skill.
This class was what I expected and what I didn't expect. I knew that, I mean, it's called comedy writing, so I knew it would involve comedy writing. I didn't know that there was going to be some theatrical parts that we'd have to act, and at first that scared me, and because I'm really shy, but I learned a lot about myself doing it, and so it wasn't exactly what I expected, but that was a good thing. It was an adventure.
I did not think there was going to be any improv. I was not prepared for that. I had never really done improv before, and at first it was kind of miserable, to be honest, just pushing yourself to be open in that way, but towards the end of the class I just felt very comfortable with everyone. You did a great job making people feel comfortable. Everyone in the class was very warm, and no one was critical, and everyone realized that you're not funny every day, and so it was a great learning experience.
I wasn't expecting it to be as structured or as fun from I mean, because it's hard to get a bunch of people who are going to do comedy, but the fun part about it is the fact that everyone who's in it is really enjoying it and passionate about doing it, and it's been everyone's been really into doing the skits and working on the sketches, and it's just been really fun.
It ended up being a lot more of personal, what do I think is funny, what sketch can I write that's going to turn out good, and I really liked that because it challenged me to actually write funny things, not just have funny ideas. It challenged me to try to put them into kind of a concrete form.
I didn't know what to expect, but I think it was just right. It was everything that I think it needed to be, because comedy is very much performance-based and text, and it's kind of all of those things. And so I think I didn't know what to expect, but what it was ended up being just awesome. So.
With this class, it was more realistic to what the field of, say, comedy writing and television writing, sketch writing was like, and it was demanding in that we had to produce something every week, which was great.
I loved really learning about the whole process of sketch writing, beginning to end. Writing a sketch, coming up with the idea, workshopping it, making revisions, and then finally getting it on its feet and actually seeing what's funny and what works.
One great thing that I learned is that I'm able to analyze comedy in a completely different way. I'm able to watch any comedy sketch or any TV show and kind of understand the organization of the sketch, understand whether it's Clash of Context or whether it's Fish Out of Water. I just have a better idea of how these sketches are formed. And also, I have a better understanding of what makes things funny. I think comedy is very subjective, and everyone kind of has their own interpretation of what's funny to them, but in a way there's a science to it, and this class kind of gives you a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into the writing room, that kind of gets people to laugh, and what the thinking process is, and how you're going to create laughter.
I really like the sketch shows, like coming all together.
Yeah, I really like the idea of a sketch show because we did 2 of them, and we're working on our second one right now for our final. But our first one, it was super fun. I really liked the group of people I was with. I really like the group of people I'm with now. But the first one, we kind of did this thing where we were all acting as ourselves, but then we would go in to do sketches. But it was very self-aware and really weird. But it was really funny.
Writing something down is one thing. You go into it thinking how it's going to be funny to what you think is funny, or hoping that it's going to be funny to someone else, but having it actually produced and acted out and getting actual laughs is a great way to just see it come to life. I think there's a lot of value in it.
It definitely is a collaboration. I didn't realize how much comedy relied on other people. I mean, I can't tell you, I will write something and they'll be like, oh, this joke is really funny, but let's work on it together. And so I kind of liked how much of a collaboration process it is, and that is theater.
It's been a really, really great experience as a whole. Honestly, I've recommended this class to everyone all my friends. And so hopefully they end up taking it at some point in their collegiate careers, because it's something that not only does it, and it sounds very cliche, but not only does it shape you as a writer and a person of comedy, but it also does from a human standpoint too, because getting on stage is something that not many people get the chance to do, and this class really, really is welcoming, and it also allows people to be themselves in a way they never thought possible. So it's been a great experience from that standpoint and from every standpoint imaginable.
Seeing your sketches on stage, seeing everybody else's, it's a huge part. And I think seeing is huge because you see things that you wouldn't have been able to necessarily get from the sketch, and facial expressions are super important, and sometimes that doesn't come off the paper, but you can really see the vibe between people, and it's amazing to watch.
I'd say my favorite parts of the class were seeing the writing that I did come to life, whether it was just with my group reading the sketches, or even more so in the sketch show, being able to actually see something that I wrote down become real. That was really fun.
Definitely parody and satire, especially when it comes to infomercial style parodies and satire. I think that's kind of what I'm really into.
I like the game sketches because they seem more, they seem natural to sort of make. Yeah, I'll go with game sketches.
I really like satire. I love all the other ones, but I think satire is great because you can add other sketch styles into it too. But it also, I think it has a bigger point. You're trying to make a point, put across a message.
My favorite style of the sketches that we've studied would probably be center and eccentric, or Fish Out of Water.
Anytime could be a wacky character, I think it could be center and eccentric, or Fish Out of Water, where there's just a really strong, solid character, and you have to see how they interact with whatever situation they're in. I feel like that always leads to hilarity.
I'm really a fan of satire. I've always liked it just because, obviously producing humor is really fun, but using humor to say something greater about society is just so brilliant to me. That and center and eccentric, probably because I'm subconsciously putting myself in the eccentric, crazy characters, but those are really fun to write.
Just because the character's so fun to write and it's very character based, I think Fish Out of Water would be my favorite.
I think great comedy makes people think, and satire is probably the best form of comedy to make people think.
I enjoyed like writing all of them. I definitely liked center and eccentric characters. I think that's what I'm better at when it comes to writing characters, because I can write really weird characters that are in their own world. And I love musical improv, but that's because I'm very musically. I'm a music person, so I like it. I think it's really fun.
My personal favorites that I've written have been a parody sketch or a satire sketch. I also really like the fish out of water and the center and eccentric styles.
I like them all. I'd probably have to pick parody or satire. I love anything musical, and I think that if you can add in some comedy in there, I think that that's just what makes people want to watch it.
I liked writing characters that just said things that popped into my head. Like that sounds kind of funny, but I really just liked writing eccentric characters, I guess.
It's what I love, so if I can do anything with this, I would be honored and feel so lucky. So this is such a huge stepping stone, and now that I have the sketch just beginning under my belt, that's huge, and anywhere I could go with that, I'm really happy to.
I hope to actually work in the television film world, so that's what I like most about the class, like the deadlines, having to make something every time. If I think about it, I guess it could be helpful in a larger sense, where you're open to new ideas and not closed to things that are different. So there's something big in there, Mike. I don't know.
It has been so much fun, and I don't want to stop writing sketches anytime soon.
Actually, another motivating factor for me to take the class is learning how to write and how to revise and really see something through beginning to end, like we've done in this class, as well as the writing skills that I've picked up. I really hope will help me later on in some other facet of my life. I know that I'm not going to become a sketch writer, but I mean, who knows, really? Crazier things have happened.
Well, actually, I am planning to move to New York after graduation to pursue an acting career. So I would very much like to try my hand at comedy sketch writing. I've really enjoyed getting into comedy writing. I think that is something that I want to continue doing in the future.
Learning about like the writers we've learned about and just watching the videos we watched has actually been like a really, really cool experience, because I grew up as I said, watching like SNL and stuff, but I also grew up watching like movies. That's where my like background is, my foundation is. And so like seeing scripts, I've always seen that, but I've never seen the sketch side of scripts, which has been an interesting transition for me. And it's been hard to write, but it's been really fun to like, it actually helps craft both my script writing skills and then also now my sketch writing skills, which has been really, really cool. Sketches are just, in my estimation, just as kind of stupid as it sounds, are just small forms of scripts. And like talking about the structures that are involved with sketches, like whether it is a twist at the end or like heightening a character, it helps you heighten and develop your characters more in a script, in like a film script and a narrative script, way better than I had before. I didn't have those skills before, really. And now this has definitely helped shape my ability to write like screenplays now too, which has been really cool.
Well, I think that it's kind of watching different characters come to life. Nicole and I, another student, we got together this one night and decided that we were gonna pretend to be hipsters and sing a very inappropriate version of I'm Yours by Jason Mraz, and it was great, and Nicole took that character and brought it into one of the sketches. And so it's great kind of creating these characters and seeing them spin off into other things.
I remember Nicole and Kumbo had an improv scene where they just went off and were singing and went into this full song, and I was just totally blown away. I couldn't imagine doing that, and I was really impressed by that. And then there's just been countless sketches that I've read of other people's that were really impressive and really funny, and people just really know what they're doing. Really clever people, and everyone's been really nice and supportive to a newcomer like myself. I've never taken a theater class or anything, so it's been a good experience.
Haley, who's in our class, she wrote a sketch where we were all ourselves in our first sketch show. She kept writing at Paul as really mean, even though he's like the nicest kid ever. And it was so funny, just the character that, like his side character where he's just like the meanest person ever, even though that's not him at all. I thought that was hilarious just because it was so not him.
I can't remember Nicole's character, the one that had the little ukulele. I can't remember her name, but it was very funny. She kept coming into all the sketches, and yeah, that was great. I always wanted to be a part of the improv that was happening before class, and I think that was the way of getting us out of our heads before the class started, and then allowing us to improv with each other. Allows us to open up around each other and not be afraid to show each other our writing.
I think improv is key to the class. I think improv is so important, and I've loved improv and I've done it a lot, and I've watched people in this class be more open, and they're less afraid of their own ideas, and they think things are less weird, and just more options, more creativity flows from improv. So I'm a huge believer.
Favorite experience would be just getting involved in it as a whole, because I've done theater and stuff and writing film-based stuff, but I've never done improv before, and it's been a really unique experience to be getting in, just like the warm-ups every day does really get your blood flowing and stuff, and it's been really fun doing that.
The sketch show is great at teaching you that, like, working with people, like a character you might not have been expecting, a role you might not have been expecting.
When we did the sketch show and had actual laughs, it was awesome because we built off of that, and it was so much fun.
Everybody who enjoys Saturday Night Live, any sketch comedy show, or any comedy at all would want to take this class, because in the back of your heads when you're watching those shows, you're thinking, oh wow, I wonder what it would be like to go and do that. And then there's a class that is there to emulate that and let you know what it's like.
When you're writing, you might, if you overwrite something, you might start to think that it's not funny anymore, but you should just put it away, maybe read it with your peers, and then go over it again. You can get sick of your own material, but that doesn't mean that it's not funny.
I've met a great group of people that I'm going to continue working with next quarter, and hopefully for like the rest of my life.
Don't be afraid. Just put it out there.
Just do it. If you want to do it, just do it. I don't know. It's just you kind of have to put yourself out there. And so, yeah, a lot of the stuff you write won't be funny, but every once in a while it will be, and it's worth it when it is.
I think that everyone should take this class. It's such a great class. But I think especially if you're planning to be a writer, especially if you're planning to be an actor, you should totally take this class.
Don't be scared to write comedy, because sometimes you're funny, but you're different funny than other people.
Don't be afraid of your ideas, and have fun.
Don't say it's not funny. Don't ever apologize for that.
It's a great class.
It's a great class, and I really suggest taking it.
I love this class.
I'd say it's the best class that I've taken in all of my time here.
This is a great class. Definitely take it. Great teacher, great group of people. Highly recommend it.
Hi, my name is Kumba Mahoney.
My name is David Weisbord. I'm a senior. I'm a sociology major.
I'm Zach Drum. I'm a senior molecular biology major.
Hi, I'm Nicole Campbell.
Hi, I'm Katie Walker.
Hello, my name is Amana Doomer, and I'm a senior here at the University of Denver studying business.
Hi, my name is Liz Butler, and I am a freshman here at DU.
Hi, I'm Jack Henderson.
My name is Preston Evans. I'm a junior here at DU.
Hi, I'm Adam Rosen. I am a senior at the University of Denver, and I'm graduating after this quarter.
I'm Paul Cadenhead. I'm a senior at DU. I'm a creative writing major.
I'm Haley Lyons. I'm a freshman here at DU, and I'm a theater and creative writing major.
Let's hear it again for the televisionary. Let's hear it for the sensual sensei. Let's hear it for networks.
It's the funniest final ever.
I agree.